to the newest episode of NISCORT Productions We Talk. I am your host Cheryl, and We Talk is a forum for discussions on the newest and trending topics. Topic today is cinema. Cinema is photo in motion. But do you think cinema is really that? Cinema is much more than that. Today I have a panel of cinephiles. And before introducing the panel, thank you so much everybody for taking out time and coming today. We have Priyansh Runal Topo, Joseph Thomas, and Mark Phillip. It's a pleasure having you all today. So before starting and discussing cinema in depth, let me just ask you, what was the recent film that you watched and you really liked? And what was that that caught your eye? What you really liked about the film? Joseph.
So the latest movie I watched was a Malayalam movie named Jaya 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 Hai. It revolves around a girl named Jaya who comes from a conservative family, and she gets married to a man named Rajesh, who is a male chauvinist. So the movie overall shows about how she overcomes all the problems she faces. So what I liked about the movie was the cinematography and the overall how they depicted that on the screen, and the actors were like absolutely brilliant. Like especially the guy Rajesh, the male chauvinist, Basil Joseph. He himself is a director, but when you look at that character, it is like he's living the character.
It feels like real.
Yes. So that is.
Priyanshu.
So the last film I watched, so I rewatched The Imitation Game. It is a film about a British mathematician, Alan Turing. So it is a real story film based on real story. I liked the cinematography of the film, the colors they used, and it is also mentioned that Alan Turing was a gay. So he struggles to be a good mathematician in that time, because that time the gay people were not allowed. It is a crime that time, World War II. So it is a great story film. You should watch.
Sure.
So the recent film I watched was Drishyam 2. It is the sequel of the first film that came out before some years, Drishyam. So in the last film, the end was not revealed and there was something still left and a story to be continued. So in this film, the second part of the film, the suspense is created to a next level, and the budget of the film is very high, and the film has shot on a larger scale than the last time, and the actors have performed very well, and according to the movie and what they wanted to depict, they have pursued it, as the edit of the film and the audio part of the film is also very fantastic, and it goes hand in hand with the suspense they want to create, and the audience thrill the audience wanted to see.
Yeah, I've also watched Drishyam 2, and it's completely thrilling how the makers of the film have created the film. Also talking about film propaganda, films are used to promote a certain thing, certain topic or certain idea by the producers of the film. And the film propaganda is an intent to actually, the viewers are watching it so that they adapt it completely and bring that into action. So this topic particularly has been in talks recently in a lot of film festivals and also in the news. So Mark, what are your views on film propaganda?
So I would like to talk about a film that came out recently. Like it has been a time. The name of the film was Shikara.
Okay.
The theme of this film, it is a Bollywood film, and the theme of this film, the film is based on the Kashmiri Pandits and the Hindu people, the Hindu Pandits who used to live in the Kashmir. So it shows what was the conflict between the Kashmiri Pandits and the Muslims living in the Kashmir, and the Pakistani militants which persuaded the Kashmiri Muslims and created the conflict between the Hindus and the Muslims. in the country, and how a state is being divided in the name of the religion. So according to the movie, the story is shows something, and like what the government and what the news portrays through the story of the film, that is different. So how media is promoting the cinema, that is also a problem. Like the people are not aware of the facts, what the film is based on and what is being shown in the film. The rumors are being created, and the media is also promoting without confirming those rumors. So that is one of the reason which I think propaganda related cinema is there in the society, and the normal audience which consumes the cinema is also being affected by that.
Okay. Joseph, also, do you think that propaganda, the cinema propaganda, was there, since the time cinema has come into being? Or has it come very recently? What do you think about that?
I think that propaganda was there from from very long time. So I watched a film what I read about a film named Train. It was about two women who were in a relationship, lesbian relationship, and at that time it was not accepted at all. So that it created a lot of chaos in the society. So propaganda was relevant that time also, and here it is relevant now also. Movies like Kashmir Files and all, they all have propaganda.
Also, certain films like The Padman, I've recently watched it. It is promoting in a very soft way, promoting the idea of normalizing, menstruation of women and the use of sanitary pads for women. Your views on that, Priyanshu?
So every film has some propaganda.
True, very true.
So from World War II, Adolf Hitler used to use this tool to spread Nazism.
Very true.
So from that time till now, the propaganda is there in films like Toilet in Ek Prem Ka Tha. There's a propaganda there. Kashmiri Files.
I completely agree to you on that point, because this entire theory based on the narcissism, that part. So cinema has solely not been there because of the art, because of the economic times and the times that we're living right now. Cinema is also a form of earning huge amounts of money. So the entire Marvel thing, the creation of that entire universe, and the larger than life cinema that we discuss these days, and people going to the theaters to watch it, and it's just a part of economy now. So Joseph, what are your views about the entire process of the commercialization of cinema?
Okay, so मेरा view ऐसा है कि like business is good, like you got to create a lot of money. You actually need a money, especially at recent times, because cinema is a very good thing. Like it's a beautiful art. You can portray your thoughts and ideas, everything, but you need money also. So like you said about Marvel, जैसे Marvel की बात करते हैं, तो उन्होंने एक पूरा एक franchise ही खोल दिया है कि you can go to their website, you can order the t-shirts, mugs, everything, like from pen to shirts, everything you get, you have they're available on their site. So that's their way of getting money from their target audience, their fans, Marvel fans, and they can buy comics from the start of their comic series and to the latest one. They can buy everything. So that's a very brilliant way to make money apart from the cinema, but that I guess somehow it destroys the art form also. That's my view. So.
True. Also, like these days, people, they use cinema to escape, because they have a very busy lifestyle, a very busy schedule, and they're working, 9 to 7 and 9 to 5 hours they're working. And for them to, go on a weekend to watch a film is a kind of escapism. So certain people also claim that commercialization and the larger than life cinema is all because of that, for the people to, experience some escapism from their thoughts and from their busy life and schedule. So what do you think about that?
So nowadays, mostly there is a commercial cinema. There are two types of cinemas: the art cinema and the commercial cinema. So the experienced filmmaker one said that you need to know 32 arts to make a film, like music, cinema,
Cinematography.
yes. So nowadays there are films like Marvel, like Joseph said. That is a commercial cinema. Nowadays art cinema is not made because the earlier directors like Satyajit Ray used to make the art cinema. That is not based on like the target audience or their mass audience. It was
Purely cinema.
purely cinema. But now there is a commercialization. You have to invest a lot of money to make a film, and then there comes a business. You have हमें वापस भी उतना money मिलना चाहिए.
Yeah, true. You have to get back the money that you're putting in the film. Very correct. Also, I feel that a lot of content-driven films are now getting space in the OTT, not much in the big theaters, right? Big theaters will have only the films that are commercialized, but not really. These content-driven films are mostly coming on OTT platforms. Or Mark, what do you think about that?
So the films that are being shown in the theaters are actually the big films which the big directors work, and they have a huge budget to create that film. But these films, some of the films like you talk about, some of the underdog films or some of the films that are made by young filmmakers, so those films do not get a space and they do not make it through the theaters, and they are purely cinema.
Yeah.
That is the actual art of cinema. Like, there are young filmmakers who are working very hard, who are working 24 hours with their crew and creating some very quality content, but actually not getting a platform where they can promote their work, and the audience is unaware about them.
Correct. The recognition is not there for them.
So, and like they put on the budget they decide is they pay everything through their pocket, and whatever, they barely get something out of that film.
Correct.
But if you watch those movies, those are actually, you'll feel that these movies are actually better than some of the Bollywood movies or
Commercialized
some of the
films.
commercialized films.
Correct. So, like Mark is talking about the art in the cinema, and you guys are cinephiles. So, you are particularly watching a film to take out art from that, right? So, what do you really think? Has it changed over the times? And, what is that the art? The art of filmmaking, the art of storytelling, art of telling a cinema with, motion, pictures, and music, especially. Music also plays a very big part in cinema. So, Priyanshu, what do you think about that?
So nowadays, indie films, like independent filmmakers, make a very good film, but they send that film in film festivals, like famous film festivals. So there is an audience of that film, but in film festival, not in like commercial or like in theaters or extra.
Joseph.
मुझे लगता है कि लाइक सिनेमा एज अ आर्ट, उसको एज अ आर्ट प्रिजर्व करने के लिए लाइक वी नीड मोर प्लेटफॉर्म्स, लाइक गवर्नमेंट एडेड प्लेटफॉर्म्स होने चाहिए जो लाइक आर्ट उसके सिनेमा के आर्ट एस्पेक्ट को बचा पाए, लाइक फंड कर पाए अच्छे से. लाइक तो ये जो इंडिविजुअल बैनर्स है लाइक रेड चिली एंटरटेनमेंट वगैरह हो गए, तो लाइक वो उनके पास सब बहुत पैसा है, तो लाइक दे कैन प्रोड्यूस they can pump in money as much as they want. But like for example, अगर मैं एक मूवी बनाना चाहता हूँ So like it is not possible for me to have a 5 crore or 10 crore. Like I don't have that money. So like I should have like एक ऐसा एक साधन होना चाहिए, एक means होना चाहिए, एक बहुत easy means होना चाहिए जिससे कि like एक aspiring film maker भी हो जाके like वहाँ से उसको funds मिले and उसे उसको help मिल जाएगी, उसके content, उसके art के लिए help मिल जाएगी.
Joseph, do you also feel that it is because of the audience that the director themselves are not wanting to create, content cinema, or like they are not really wanting to showcase their art as it is, and they themselves are wanting that because the audience is liking cinema in a certain way, let us create cinema in a certain way. What do you think about that?
हाँ, true. Like audience is the king. ये डिमांड होगा तो सप्लाई, तभी सप्लाई होगा. तो बेसिकली तो लाइक अब पहले क्या था कि लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल बॉलीवुड में देख लीजिए कि लाइक एक भाई है, दो भाई हैं, वो बिछड़ गए, फिर 25 साल बाद वापस आए और फिर लाइक मिले, हम दोनों भाई हैं, फिर देन दे आर फाइटिंग द विलन एंड फिर बीच में फिर रोमांस हो जाता है, म्यूज़िक वगैरह सब. तो ये पैटर्न बहुत पहले वर्क करता था और ये पैटर्न अब भी डाला जा रहा है एंड पीपल आर लाइक कंज्यूमिंग इट एंड एक बहुत अजीब सा एक प्लेटफॉर्म बन गया बॉलीवुड. सो बेसिकली एक ऐसा आउटलुक आ गया बॉलीवुड के लिए कि लाइक यहाँ पे तो किसी पिटे मसाले वाले मूवीज़ डालो, थोड़े बहुत पैसे डाल के बना दो, चल जाएगी, ऑडियंस ले लेगी. तो वहाँ पे द आर्ट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द सिनेमा इज़ डाइंग. No one is creative, no one is putting out any creative stuff. So और कुछ मूवीज जैसे पैडमैन हो गई, कश्मीरी फाइल्स हो गई और दंगल हो गई, लाइक थोड़े अलग अलग एस्पेक्ट्स लेके आते हैं. तो वो सब आ रही है बट उनको स्ट्रगल करना पड़ता है कहीं ना कहीं. लाइक अनटिल अनलेस यू डोंट हैव अ बिग बैनर और कॉन्टैक्ट्स, तब तक वो सक्सेसफुल नहीं होती. That's what.
Also, certain movies like Masan, there is just beauty in watching the film. It has no propagation, no villain, no this, no that. It's just a beautiful film, and the actor is living the life of that character. There are just small issues in the film that the character goes through, but it's just simple, beautiful film. So, what do you think about certain films?
The new filmmakers which are coming up, they are the ones who are creating content out of the box. They are breaking the rules. They are breaking the film. They are breaking the do bhai concept. They are making the content which audience is not expecting. They every time there used to be a happy ending, but sometimes now we see some movies there is no happy ending. There is a very sorrowful ending. So this type of content is being consumed nowadays, and people are not liking the old content which used to have a brother concept or a love angle,
mother and son concept.
Exactly.
People are not liking it. People are bored of it now. So the content which is being created now recently, there have been a lot of beautiful movies that have come up with unexpected stories and unexpected creations of the filmmakers, and a huge crew is working with them. It is not a work of a single filmmaker. A team is required, and a lot of efforts, lot of help, lot of money is required in that. But money, if film is an cinema is an art, a person can make out a film with the budget he has
without
decided.
Having a lot of money, even
Because
that is possible, correct?
There is always a way, and there is always, if there is a will, there will be a way.
Positive words by Mark Phillip. So that was it, guys, in today's episode of NISCORT Productions We Talk. We started from cinema propaganda and the commercialization of cinema. We had talks about a few films as well as examples, and we described the films and the small little elements of films. And also we ended up with a very unique concept that not a lot of people are talking about today, that is the art in cinema. So thank you so much, the panelists, for coming and taking out time and having us today. Also, if you would like to share some of your views, you can add that down in the comment section below. Thank you.